Iran issues chilling warning to Israel. Iran army chief says leave Tel Aviv and Haifa immediately. Major Israeli cities on Tehran's radar? Iran and Israel trade missile strikes as conflict intensifies. Iran targets Israeli air bases in fresh missile strikes. On June 17, Iran's Armed Forces Chief of Staff Abdolrahim Mousavi urged residents of the major Israeli cities of Haifa and Tel Aviv to evacuate, warning of imminent punitive attacks. In a video statement, Iran's Armed Forces Chief further said that residents of Tel Aviv and Haifa are strongly urged to leave these areas for the sake of their lives. In a video message, Mousavi went on to condemn the Israelis' recent attacks, which he said were carried out under the guise of military operations but in fact deliberately targeted innocent civilians. Iran's Revolutionary Guards earlier said that they had launched an attack targeting Israeli air bases from which they claim fighter jets have taken off to strike the Islamic Republic. In a statement, Guards said that in the new wave of attacks, a large-scale missile operation was carried out against the air bases of the Israel's army, which are the bases from which the regime's fighter jets take off towards Iran. According to reports, sirens were triggered across a wide swath of southern Israel, including Israeli air bases. However, the IDF says both ballistic missiles were intercepted. Meanwhile, on June 17, the Israeli military reported that it carried out several extensive strikes on what it said were missile sites and other military targets in western Iran, striking dozens of missile and drone facilities. According to reports, 2 major explosions rocked Iran's Tabriz amid ongoing Israeli strikes. Satellite images reportedly confirmed heavy damage at a missile base north of the city, which Israel had already targeted on day 1 of its Operation Rising Lion. Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump says he's looking for a real end to the conflict, not just a truce, after leaving the G7 summit early. Trump denied he left to work on a ceasefire and said something much bigger is in the works. U.S. President has also warned Iranians to evacuate Tehran. The deadly conflict between Iran and Israel continued to escalate, with both sides widening their attacks. Israeli airstrikes have killed at least 224 people in Iran, including some of Tehran's top military commanders, nuclear scientists and civilians. The Israeli authorities have said that at least 24 people, including women and children, were killed in Iranian attacks on their territory. The situation deteriorated in Middle East after Israel's large-scale attacks on June 13 aimed at crippling Iran's nuclear and military infrastructure, sparking retaliation.